Go and do some things. Dude, I'm glad I'm breaking it up into sections. So yeah, look at that. I've done things. Damn. Alright. Okay. Had to keep something on my mind. Alright. I'm a fucking psycho, dude. Like, the level of 40 memes to my psycho is funny. Psycho on psycho on psycho. The issue with magical rituals and where and why and the effects, the where and the why of people being affected more. Partial effects of magic rely on ritual awareness. Like, part of the magic stuff is the ritual and the crazy shit, and like hitting primordial, like primordial man and primordial recognition, for the back of the mind. Damn. Okay. Ritual, regardless of how many participants, the ritual needs to reach the primordial source of wonder that lies deep within the person's brain. I.e., if you're trying to sacrifice someone, either to the gods or to the avatar status, as you might bring someone to an avatar status through sacrificing their mind, and then as they sit there in their avatar state, sacrifice them again, because fuck you, and smiting their god or make them a greater magical sacrifice as someone of value to you, maybe, you know. Oh yeah, we gave that guy avatar stats. Really? Yeah. He achieved it on his own in a way. But we broke him, so now he's ours. There's a lot. Anyway, the setting can and will dictate the amount of initial charge. For example, sacrificing someone to a volcano, sacrificing someone at Stonehenge during the equinox. Yep. It's a meeting spot, but you know, gotta do some things. Sacrificing someone to one god at the Dome of the Rock, where Abraham was supposed to sacrifice his son, or when Cain and Abel fought for the favor of one god, and we had our first institution of rock and roll. Sacrificing at the altar of Tenochtitlan in central Mexico, America, as well as other Aztec sites, because fuck that. Like, yeah, I can look up the Aztec heart pull. Alright. So check it out. This is what happens in like Mexico and South America during like other periods of history. This is why, like, culturally and historically, all the bodies there, all the crazy shit there, everybody getting their shit pushed in, getting cut up and thrown around and shit like that. That to the land, it's nothing. It's like, they've been doing this for a while. Fuck it. They still do it. So like, nothing's changed. We're good. just remember that, okay? Just remember that. For some people, like, you don't understand the grand scheme of things, it's no big deal. That's just what the land wanted, okay? That's what it's about over there. Alright. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tenochtitlan's the strong one, right? Because that's the big city. There's probably, dude, the way Cambodia and like Laos and all those other places are, like, there's probably mad temple cities all over fucking Mexico and like upper fucking fucking South America, Central South America, all over there. We just don't talk about them because they're not tourist traps. All right. Let's see now. Okay, here we go. What order? Oh no, all right, there we go. And on the other end we have some diagrams. We have the old classic pentagram. You should actually have the directions facing appropriate coordinates, as well as have an appropriate line on each, as usually lining up with the environment, city streets, power lines, water and river, convergences of stone or stars. And then you have another one which is like, see, here, I'll show one first, okay? That's that. Point your fucking stars, dude. I don't even think that's a good star, but it probably works. That's an okay star. That's that weird anti-Christian star that rockers use and other people use. I don't even know if Crowley was about it. I don't read Crowley. Then you have the Jewish or Hebrew star. If you're using this to sacrifice to one god, you must use at a one god site for Jews or Christians, as the Christ was a Jew. And you must observe Orthodox Jewish rites for the sacrifice, namely burial of the sacrifice before the next setting of the sun, or in the case of an animal, burning of the body to the heavens so that it might dissipate into the atmosphere. If you kill the body at night, like funeral pie style, and you're just like, fuck it, you gotta bury it before the sun rises. But that's that one. And notice it's pointed in directions too, if you know what directions are. Okay. This feels like it should work too much. That's exciting. Alright. The double speak. Okay. Okay, here. We'll get Okay. We're 7 minutes in. Oh, I might get through all the good pages in like a block. When it comes to awareness, don't think about it as an awareness in a awake sense. Think about it as awareness in a who's all there sense. You can incorporate a lot of low-value psychics or psychers or whatever, and have them all give a psychic push. You can have a few very strong-willed people with high psychic energy make the same push. If you got one guy that can do it, fuck it. He's one guy. Let everybody else do something else. Put him to work. Also, you have to understand that you will have an unwilling sacrifice. They must either lose awareness of themselves or gain the insight and awareness of someone else, as their own ego and personality are corrupted, subverted, and overpowered by the spirit, ghost, or soul of the occupying person, as they are extinguished in mind, and the body and their essence is fed to said god, apparition, deity, or ghost. When sacrificing the soul of a person, make sure they're killed afterwards to ensure there's no one, and I mean no one, can occupy the dormant soulless form, such as an abomination or vessel is untrustworthy. You leave a house open, you never know what squatters you'll end up with. That is something I wrote verbatim. Okay. Also understand that an unwilling sacrifice and a willing sacrifice have different values. Life value has a willing sacrifice prepared, war and death value, war captives, and such, like, you know? Like, what you sacrifice for and how you got the materials is important, okay? You have a sacrificing pole or wall and another example. Sacrificing poles, either wood or had been cured, were either wood or there were spots, like specific spots. Sometimes they're concrete. The modern ones, they're concrete. That has been cured, not to burn or made of resistant materials, will gain their own level of magic as more souls pass through it, and can have more of effect or charge as it gains notoriety and body count. The same can be said for a firing squad wall, like the state of Texas, state of Texas electric chair, which I'll get into in a second. While the wall has a kinetic charge on top of it from bullets, the chair should be considered a gate in and of itself. Because a firing squad wall gets hit with bullets over and over and over again, you don't want to walk in front of it. It's just bad luck because the bullet always wants to go at it, and people you just keep like it's like a zen moment for death. Okay, like we've shot so many guys in front of that wall. Yep, sometimes people just walk in front of it and somebody gets shot because they were in front of it. It's like, why? I don't know. It's the place for it. Don't walk in front of it. It's bad. Yep. That's the top half of that page. See? There you go. But now let's get on to like that is the firing squad wall. All right. Let's get on to the Texas Electric Chair. The Texas Electric Chair has high energy output. Every person committed an act of murder. Like usually that's what gets you there is acts of murder. There's no way you survive it. There's no way you survive. I think the rule is you survive it twice, they just let you go on it. But I don't think anybody's done it, but what do I know? Not without setup, probably, as far as I know. Kinetically. But sitting on it, you're a king on your throne. The ritual is, because just think about how you got there, playboy, being an asshole. Ritual is last meal, doctor visit, and then they shave you. Then they put the cap on, and bzz, good night. It's one final shock of life, okay? Obviously, you OD on too much life, and that's what you get paid for. If a simple defibrillator will bring you back when you're barely dead, okay? Just remember that. Another point, when they drop the chemical in to give you the gas chamber, you're done. You're like, dude, you're an untouchable. You like, if you got the gas chamber, you are never, there is no chance that anyone in the CIA, somebody's government institution or something like that, wants to bring you back or anything like that. Your body is so toxic, like your body is so toxic, it's of detriment to anybody within like 15 to 25 feet of it, dude. You are a toxic object. You will kill other people just being in the room with your body. It's fucking wild. Then we have Stonehenge or Japanese gates. Sacrificing at Stonehenge or a gate from Japan requires either an equinox or a sun-kissed or moon-kissed moment with the gates from Japan and some places in China. Moment you're supposed to sacrifice at the center for like the ones at the beginnings of towns, you know. Center for Stonehenge or the foot of gate underneath the archer to open arch or arches to open if nothing else, or perception of mind in place, you know. And there's that. And that's that down here, but that's it. Okay. Okay, dude, this is some real hood shit and real fucked up psycho shit, so, this is why this is not a fucking kids channel, alright? Let me get that out right now, alright? And this pertains to me because people are, the American, alright, like, let's be honest, remember, like, the American system of jocks fuck your girlfriend nerd? This is like the culmination of that shit and getting bigger. Damn. Dude. Okay. And I'll get into other shit at the same time. Mental and psychic sacrifices. When it comes to other conduits, before we move on, there's an issue of women as literal gates, military mentality, and pack mentality, because these three things aren't the same thing, but they all involve different things when it comes to different people. So they can all be involved at the same time. A shared experience can give people a group mind or a web-like effect if you understand the mentality. For example, in small gangs, the bottom bitch or the hood or trap queen might be someone every member of the gang has done the deed with, if nothing else, is a rite of passage or initiation, usually following or the culmination of other rites. Maybe these rites are fighting the group or killing the enemies or adversary of the gang. Okay? Through her and sense of repetition with the fledgling, or the sense of every set of eyes that have been on her while in her, a sense of hive mind or pack mentality is achieved. Also, as a queen or a conduit, she's having had already had all the people in the gang previously, knows the man's worth. She knows what he's worth. This can also work backwards, as members who are male from the gang might pile into the new recruit, initiate, or girl. She'll lose her fucking dude. The horrible fucking things we do to women when men think they can get away with shit is horrible. Notwithstanding, like it's become human nature, but whatever, dude. You guys are sick fucks. I don't prescribe to that. I don't share. And look where it's gotten me. Goddamn, people are just out to kill me. They might pile into the girl, who'll lose her mind to the numbers, maybe eyes, lust, the will of the queen, who knows? Like, and the will of the queen is literally just like, just remember who's been here before over and over again, and just like the ego death of that. Yep. Reactions to this kind of behavior can go many ways, from admonishment to disgust. Sometimes failing to join the hive, regardless of gender, can end fatally. Sometimes exceeding others as the newbie or rookie can end just as fatally. If he exceeds or she exceeds, draws too much attention for his or her prowess or whatever. Because people get fucking psycho. You ain't gonna upset me, bitch. I'll kill you. Things to remember, ladies, caddies, people. Military and army start at 50 people, and that's fucking platoon. That's your platoon. That's your fucking goon gang. Get going. Mutant women have a higher chance of mind wipe or hiving people and being like, hey, aren't I the best? Yeah. Depending on your mutation, you might mental with them. You might mental out into nothing because, haha, you really don't want to be there. And it turns out you really didn't have to be, so goodbye. Dude. Never displace like, dude, some people just have good fucking physical mutations and they're just like, haha, I take it. Punk. Men can be more resistant, or they can be popped right into the group. I don't prescribe to the group. That's me. Nothing on the back of that page. Blank. Okay, we'll go to rules first, and then I'll talk about the chitlins. All right, so issues with awareness and creating this light rip reality just to get magic as a viable option again for anyone who isn't capped. Like, these are my two rules that I'm set up, and this is where most of my really hard telepathy goes. Like, any really strong power I go. Like, I'm like, dude, I'm searching through people's minds for information all the time. I just love knowing shit. I just love knowing shit. I really do. I really do. I also like to understand people in a way. I do. Yeah. I'm a bit too empathetic for my own enjoyment. Like, I understand people I don't like, but part of getting into an argument and fight with people is understanding them. If I don't understand them, I just protect myself. If I do understand them and I don't like them, I destroy them utterly, and that's what I do. I destroy everything about them. And this also gets into, like, aliens, which, guys, we don't treat our aliens well, one way or the other. As a person, striking anyone for the basis of race and ethnicity is not good for extended uses of power beyond their own corporeal form. And with real divergences occur in the case of Xenos and extraterrestrial peoples, where actual issues could occur, we don't need diplomatic issues step in from uses of power, okay? With that said, there's also no raping, as doing something to someone of inferior physical strength is first stated in the above rule, and rape extends from that either as an issue of power and dominance, and at the other end a matter of lack of control. if you're doing doing it over power, dominance, and control, then you should have the ability to just strong arm them and then reason them, and you don't need to fuck them. Using force, in which case is better. Just fucking kill them. And if you have no self control at all, fucking kill yourself because you don't know what the fuck you're doing, bro. So with that in mind, I smoke a lot of weed. I mean, a lot of weed. Like I do. It took me like a long time to have no weed in my system. Like of the 56 days I was out there. We're talking day 45-ish, with no idea when I'll get out. And that's when I tested again. They didn't even test me for how many fucking cannabinoids I had in my body. I was like, you guys are just being assholes. So with that in mind, I smoke a lot of weed, and I mean a lot of weed, and with that propagates nothing but girls. Boys don't swim fast in my nut. As almost all the male sperm in D's nuts, or that are male, are dead on arrival, or the matriarchal properties of marijuana. So regardless of who she is, I'm probably with her, because anyway. And if you say she raped me, she'll get a pass on not subversion or inversion, but I've already suffered the same fate and lost it. And if you're raped by a woman, I assume, like, dudes, if you're like, dude, if some girl rapes you, dude, I don't know what to tell you. We're in a male-dominated society, and some girl rapes you, and you're upset. Is it because you weren't chumped? Like, do you know, like, I don't know what to tell you. Most girls, like, they're like the two ways girls chump you is I'm stupid, they play dumb, and then they get you to do all the work and do stupid shit because they're dumb, so they can't do it, so you do it. And the other one behind, like, never mind. You know what? We'll just see if you guys figure that shit out. Yeah. Also, if a girl rapes you because she wants your genes and thinks they should be propagated, just enjoy it, because I'm probably going to kill you anyway. But you know what? If it gets you to recombinate back here again sometime, go for it, because that's the old school way. Okay, so let's talk about uncontrolled, like, psychers, mutants, witches, and all that weird shit. Because some people just pull power from the land if they really got the connection there. But let's see if you got that. And I don't I'm not even talking that weird fucking hippie connection. I'm talking real down to earth, haha, the land fucking eats people for fucking with me connection. Looking at you, marry the rainbow slut. I love you. Let's see now. So, like, you got to talk about gut reactions and instinct reactions when it comes to, like, reactions. You got the venomous snake. Baby snakes usually fresh into eye of venomous glands tend to overdo it in a dosage sense, but that stems from survival reflex. Like, baby snakes, fresh out of eggs, like, fucking egg tooth still in them, get scared, bite something, put, like, an elephant down, it was scared, bit it, dosed out all its fucking venom, and is gone, dude. You know? It happens. Like, the elephant is dead. It's a giant elephant. The snake now passes out as its body tries to, like, perform the necessary reactions to create more venom, and maybe something eats it, maybe it doesn't. But now it's not gonna eat the fucking the elephant. It's too big. Maybe it doesn't survive the night because it doesn't have enough venom in its body to move around, and it either gets cold or something finds it and eats it. Like, there's a lot of crazy shit that can happen in nature. Like, and then you have to deal with the fact that that's one reaction, like, and that's just, like, inexperience from people kicking out their powers and shit and wild shit like that. Things go wrong for people. Like, yeah, like don't discount, like, calls from God and stuff, but, like, people who have really good voices, you know, they'll call and somebody will hear it. Somebody will fucking hear it. maybe somebody will come, or maybe it'll dissuade or make somebody crack and be like, I don't want to be here. Like you never know what's in the suggestion of a scream. But there's that, and like those are that's like instinct reactions, like gut reactions, instant reactions, like things they don't have control over. Also, when it comes to drugs, tranks are bad in my eyes. Tranks are real bad. Things that slow brain function are not good. Do not do that shit. That's bad shit. Ketamine, fucking other sedatives. I kind of like in that respect. I kind of like heroin because it's supposed to be euphoric, but for me it just puts me down. But like fucking ketamine is just a brain killer, and then the squid gets you. That's all it is. Just haha. Like about that open house you became like both physical, mental, and spiritual. So now somebody else is riding you. Enjoy, both physically, mentally, and spiritually. So like alcohol you have to remember no matter what is inhibition, so you might get drunk and just start popping people off in one way or another. I like weed, cocaine, amphetamines. Trips are for the mentally strong. Like, if you want it, dude, you want to feel fear for no reason? Eat a trip, see where your mind goes, find out what you're made of. But once again, don't fuck around, and that's that. That's all about the drugs. There's this shit. This is about like I gave the example of Black Mamba, but any venomous snake is there. There's a shitload. Like I could talk about that no matter what. The venom from a snake will kill something if it's given enough of it. That's its tail of venom. Poison is different. Poison is a natural defense. You eat something poisonous, it poisons you. You don't eat it because you learned, because you got sick or you died, and now one of its predators is dead, and like the species as a whole is better because one of its predators is dead. There you go. Is there anything else I got on here? Let me see. How much time do I have? Oh, that's 27 minutes. Okay, we'll call it.